Hello and welcome to the channel. Today we are going to be going over Medusa 2.0 install, how to get it set up and running locally on your machine. So we go to the Medusa.js.com documentation. We are on the Get Started introduction page. It kind of goes over what Medusa is, what it can be used for, and who it should be used for. Medusa is a pretty powerful application, out of the box, fully fledged e-commerce platform ready to go. It can be used by just a small e-commerce store locally, or it could be used by a global company that has businesses and services in many different countries around the world. You can also edit and add to the application as much as you want and make it customizable. You can add payment features, emailing features, fulfillment features, S3 bucket integration to save all your videos and pictures. But today we're just gonna download it and get it running on our machine locally. So a really cool place to start is this recipes here under resources, and kind of like gives you a little guide to how to set up what type of business you're going to have. Many different businesses, business to business. You can have subscriptions, multi-region stores, kind of whatever you want here. But today we're going to go with like the basic e-commerce, which is what you would see in a typical e-commerce store selling products. And you could start right here. This will give you the admin backend dashboard, and it's also going to give you the Next.js starter storefront that your users would see essentially. So you would have the back end and the front end. But this one requires you to have Postgres installed on your machine locally, and it's going to ask for like a username, password, and all that stuff. So to go around that, I'm going to use Railway.com, and it's going to host my Postgres for me, a third party. You could use others like Vercel or Render or any other third party that's going to allow you to host a Postgres database. So in order to get around that, we'll go to Guides under Resources and go to Create Medusa App here, and then we'll scroll down, and then we have it here, and it's going to ask you to paste in your Postgres URL right here. So in order to do that, before we do this in our terminal, we'll go to Railway, and I already have a Postgres created, but what you'll do is you'll sign in, do all that stuff, and then create a new project. Your project name will be up here in this corner. It gives you kind of these cool, unique names for each project. And then once you have a project created, you'll go to Create, Database, and then add the Postgres. It'll take a few minutes to spin up. Once it's up, click on this, go to Variables. All of your information for this database will be right here. You're going to need this database public URL. You can check it out here, copy it, and I already have that copied. And then you'll go to your terminal, and what you want to do is create a folder. I created a folder called My New Medusa, and then inside of that folder we will paste that, and that's going to put your admin and the storefront in there. We'll call this My New Medusa, and it's going to ask if you want to add the storefront, and we're going to say yes. This will take a few minutes to spin up as well. Alright, so you can see that it is finished downloading the dependencies, and it boots up automatically once it's finished, and it's gonna open the admin UI, and it wants you to sign up. So we'll do that. I'll sign up. Create account. Start Medusa admin. Okay, and now we're in the dashboard. So, but beforehand, let's go back to the terminal. Look at this real quick. Yeah, it installed the dependencies, ran the migrations. It says create an admin user, but it never gives you the admin user's credentials to sign in, so I don't know. It seeded the database with demo data, and then it booted up automatically. It's running on localhost 9000. And you can see it, boom. All right, so we're in. There's no orders. We'll go to products. It has a few products that it seeded. You can create collections and add products in there, and then also some categories, which it already has. There's a lot of different things. You can create inventory for different stores that are in different locations, and put the amount of inventory that are in each store. And then every time a product is purchased, it will manage that inventory for you. Your customers will be here once you have customers. Also, you can go to settings, and this is your store, and you can edit your store and call it something different. Also, you can change the currencies for each regions. Which you go to regions here, and you would change the countries here, and your payment provider right here. Right now is default, so it's just going to allow you right now for testing. When you purchase something, it's just going to allow you to purchase it, and you don't have to provide any payment credentials. Later, you can add Stripe, and then choose your Stripe payment method, and then that will show up in the payment module. Tax regions, if you have different regions for different taxes. Sales channels, which you need to create in order for your products to show. Locations and shipping. You can also edit all of this for your area, and then change your shipping rates. Right now I think they're both $10 each, but you can edit that. And then also your publishable API keys, which you will need in your storefront for it to show up. Right now it comes already loaded in your env file in your storefront, but when you go to production, you will need to create an env and put this API key in there, or else it won't work. So let's go to the storefront. Let's just open the code. Let me stop this real quick. And it basically gives you a little rundown right here of how to start it up and everything. So if I do an ls, in my folder I have my admin and I have the storefront. Let's open up the VS Code. And then right here, this is in the storefront, and it gives you the env.local file, and it already comes basically loaded up for you. It has your publishable key already in there, the front end, back end for locally. You revalidate, and this will be once you add Stripe, you will add that in here in the storefront. So if we go to the admin env file, it also comes loaded up already with everything. So let's start up both of these. So I have to cd into the admin first, and boot that up before you load the storefront. If you start the storefront first, it won't work without the admin booted up. It needs this server to be running in order for the storefront to work properly. Now this is loaded up. I'll do the same thing over here. What we got? No such. Oh, because I have to CD into that. There we go. Okay, and I'll just do a command click. And this is your basic storefront kind of out of the gate. You have your categories right here. And if you had collections, they would populate in this center section right here. They'll populate right here. And if we go to store, we can see all of our products that are listed here. So let's go ahead and purchase a product, kind of walk through that. It's going to add it to the cart. We'll go to cart. We'll go to checkout. We'll just put a fake name and address in there right now. We have to put a country in here. We'll just use Denmark because I don't have the United States loaded in there right now. This is the same. We'll continue to delivery. We'll just go standard. And you can change all these shipping options as well. And so right now it's just this manual payment. This is just for testing. It doesn't really need any credentials. And then we will place order. And when you place order, it creates an event that is triggered that later you can add, like resend or send grid, that will send an email to the admin and or the customer, letting them know that they had a successful order and its contents. So this has been done. We'll go back to our admin now, and we'll go to orders. Not sure why this is happening here. Let's just refresh. I need to sign in again, I guess. So yeah, customer's already been loaded in. The account is yes because I did not sign up. We'll go to orders. We'll click on this order here, and you can say it's not. You can see it's not fulfilled yet. And what you would do, kind of like the basic flow for the admin, is once you have an order come in, you would capture the payment here manually. I believe you can set this automatically, but you'd have to do that, I believe, in your Stripe account. But let's say, hey, we'll capture this. And it's been captured, and then it needs to be fulfilled. So you'll fulfill the item. Say I packaged it up and I'm mailing it out. And this will also send notifications if you have this on. You can also have a file set up to where each step of this flow, you can send notifications to your customer letting them know, hey, your package has been shipped. And you can also add in tracking numbers and stuff like that. Oh, so it's awaiting shipping. So we will ship this. We'll mark it as shipped. You can add a tracking number here. So each step of the way, you'll send notifications to your customer. Okay, so this one is shipped. Once it's delivered and you get the confirmation, you can mark as delivered. and then this order has been completely fulfilled. Your payment has been captured and it is delivered. So that one would be finished. That is a complete kind of workflow for how this would go down. And if you want to, let's say, edit the storefront, you would simply go into your storefront and you're going to go to the SRC app. You go to country code, main, and that's going to be the page. And essentially, this is your main page you're looking at. You have your hero section here. We can go there, and let's say we'll just call this my new Medusa. The file is saved, and it has been changed here. So that is basic install and setup using Railway. Later on, we will add the front end and the admin to Railway as well, and then also we can integrate some features in here as far as the S3 bucket for hosting our pictures, videos, etc. Also the Stripe payment module, and using Resend to send email notifications to our customers. Thank you. Hit like and subscribe. Leave a comment if you have any questions. I will answer them as best I can. And I'll see you in the next video. Thank you.